Hello everyone. In this video we'll be solving a set based upon selection. So the question is, a committee of 11 members is to be formed by the Prime Minister from a group of 15 key members. So again we have to form a team here of 11 members. So I already told you in most of the sets based upon selection you will see such questions based upon forming teams. We have to select 11 members. Among the members, K and VX YZ are the members of Lok Sabha. L, M, Q, R, S are the members of Rajya Sabha. P and W are the chief ministers. T and U are the retired judges of Supreme Court. It is also known that. So these are some conditions. Q can be selected in the committee only if both R and Y are selected. Second one is if T is selected, then Q is also selected. So you are familiar with how to apply these conditions, right? The questions that we have to answer are, if R is one of the members of Rajya Sabha in the committee, then who will be the chief ministers? So we'll form a committee in which we'll put R and we'll check if we can have one chief minister or more. Second one is, which of the following statements are true? So based upon all the teams that we can form, we have to check which of the following statements are true. Third one is, in how many ways can the committee be formed? So I'll be writing down all the rules related to this. We have to select 11 members. So first clue was K, N, V, X, Y, Z, they belong to the Lok Sabha. Then L, M, Q, R, S, they belong to the Rajya Sabha. P, W, they are the chief minister, CM. T, U, these are the judges. So that's it. Now we have these rules. Q can be selected in the committee only if both R and Y are selected. So that means for the selection of Q, it is necessary that we should have both R and Y present. So if I write down a condition related to these Q, R, Y, so among Q, R, Y, if R and Y both are selected, then only Q can be selected. Otherwise, if there is only R or only Y, then it is not necessary that we will select Q. And this is Q can be selected. So if both R and Y are selected, it is not necessary that we will have to include Q, okay? We may or may not include Q, but for inclusion of Q, R and Y must be in the team. Then next one is, if T is selected, then Q is also selected. So that means T, Q, they will always be together in a team. Or it might be a case that none of them is selected. Then V and X cannot be selected together in the committee. So either V or X, or there might be none of them. Another condition is, same is true for L and R. So either L will be selected or R or none, but both of them, they will not be selected together. The next clue is, the committee must have at least 4 members of Lok Sabha, at least one chief minister and exactly one retired judge. So for Lok Sabha members, at least 4 must be there. Then if we talk about chief minister, so CM, at least 1. And when we talk about judges, so there must be exactly 1 judge. That means we cannot include both judges, but exactly 1 must be there. After that, S can be selected only if L is selected. So if L is selected, then only S will be selected. So this is again, S can be selected. So if L is selected, it is not necessary that we have to include S with him. So L can exist alone, or he can exist with S as well. Now in the question we have been given that if R is one of the members of Rajya Sabha in the committee, then who will be the chief minister or ministers? So let me start forming the teams. We know that we should have some members of Lok Sabha, then some members from Rajya Sabha, then some chief ministers, and then judges, okay? We have been given that R is one of the members of Rajya Sabha in the committee, so R will be selected. Now when R is selected, L will not be selected. So in Rajya Sabha we cannot have L. Then if L is not selected, we cannot select S, because S can only be selected if L is selected. So that means we cannot have S as well over here. Now when we talk about judges, we have T and U. And T and U, they were not having any such relation to any other person except T over here. T and Q must always be together. But you had no relation with any person. So definitely we can select U as one of the judge, but we'll put T as well. Either I'll be selecting T or U. In Lok Sabha we have to select at least 4. So let me include K because it is not having any conflict with any other person. N can also be included. Then Z can also be included. Now in Lok Sabha we are left with VXY, these 3 members. If we look at the CM over here, see CM, they were not having any conflict with anyone because P and W are CM. There is no condition related to P and W. So I can select both P and W. I am selecting both for now. We know that total 11 members should be there in the committee. Only one out of T and U can exist. We have already ruled out LS from here. If I include Y in Lok Sabha, we were given that if R and Y are selected, then Q will be selected. So Q is from Rajya Sabha, so we'll include Q as well. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 members. We need 2 more members. So one of them will definitely be one out of V or X. We were given that V or X cannot be selected together in the committee. Okay, so one out of V or X will be selected. So now we have 10 members. We need one more, so that can be M. M is left from Rajya Sabha, so it will be M. So we have completed the committee of 11 members. So if I select R in the Rajya Sabha, then both of them, P, W, can be the chief ministers, not just P, not just W, both of them. So P and W both will be the correct answer over here. So using this case, how many committees are possible? 2 cases are possible from Lok Sabha, 2 are possible from judges. So in total 4 committees are possible from this. Now we will look into the case when R is not present in the Rajya Sabha. Since in the third question we have to work upon in how many ways can the committee be formed. So we'll be trying to form all the possible committees over here. So now I'll not be putting R in Rajya Sabha. Instead of that, I'll put L in Rajya Sabha because earlier L was not in the Rajya Sabha. So let us make a case in which L is included in Rajya Sabha. Now I can always include both the CMs because they do not have any conflict. So PW will be included. We have 2 men or 2 members. We need 9 more. Judges, judges because I can only have one judge. T and U are judges, so let me have T or U. I'll check whether judge T is possible or not, or judge U is possible or not. When we come to Lok Sabha, we know that K doesn't have any conflict, N doesn't have any conflict, Z does not have any conflict. Now there was one condition, because now in Lok Sabha when we talk about Y over here, can we include Y? See, related to Y we had only one condition. Q can be selected in the committee only if both R and Y are selected from the first loop. So for selection of Q, selection of R and Y is important. But if I just want to select Y, then there is no relation to Q. So I can always select Y as well in Lok Sabha. Then among V and X, we can select only one. Now when we come to Rajya Sabha, we have L, M, Q, R, S. We have to choose from these. I already know that R will not be included because we have done it in the earlier case when R was included. So from R and L, we have to include only one. So I'll have L included now. Now since R is not present, that directly means that Q cannot be selected in the committee. So we'll not have Q as well. So far we have only L in Rajya Sabha. Now so far how many have we selected? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Lok Sabha, 1 in Rajya Sabha, 6, 2 from CM, how many? 8, and one of the judges, 9. We need 2 more people. So those 2 people will definitely be from Rajya Sabha. See, in Rajya Sabha what else can we include? We know that if L is included, S will be there because S can be selected only if L is selected. So we'll have S as well. If I talk about this judge T now, we were given that T is selected, then Q is also selected. So that means T and Q will be together, but since here we do not have Q, so we will not have T. So selection of judge T is not possible here. Only judge U will be selected. In Rajya Sabha we have only one member that can be included, that is M. So let me put M over here. So that's it. We have a committee of 11 people now. So how many committees are possible from here? See, we only have this V or X case over here. So in one case we'll have V, in one committee we'll have X. So 2 committees are possible from here. Now the question 3 was asking us in how many ways can the committees be formed. So only 4 plus 2, that means 6 ways are possible. So 6 will be the correct answer to the third question. We can answer the second question as well. Which of the following statements are true? So if L is selected, then T is also selected. This is wrong because when we are selecting L we do not have T, so this is false. Second one is if S is selected, then M is also selected. So yes, when S is there, M will be there. So this is true. Third one, PWM cannot be selected together in the committee. This is wrong because we have selected PWM in the committee. This is also wrong. So only option 2 is correct. We could have solved question 2 by directly taking the options as well. Like we could have included PWM in the committee, and then we could have checked the clues related to them, the conditions related to them. So that is how you to solve the sets on selection. Here also we could see that there are some questions that are really time taking. The third one, in how many ways the committee can be formed. So these are questions in which we have to make multiple cases and we have to go through every condition. Such questions are error prone, so you can leave such questions at first and then go to the other questions, check them if those are possible. Like question 1 here was really simple. Question 2 was also simple if you could have gone through the options. So if not all the questions in a set of selection, you can definitely solve 1 or 2 easy ones. So if you still have a doubt, please comment.